Hello, fellow educators and students. Today I want to introduce you to Padlet, an awesome curation tool. With Padlet, you can save and organize academic resources with ease. It places all the things you want to save in one place. No need to keep up with your favorite page through a sea of bookmarks. You can also annotate the sources so that you can remember their significance. I'll delve more into that later, but first, let's look at logging in. Open the web browser of your choice. I'll be using Google Chrome. Type padlet.com in the web browser's URL bar. Press enter to access the main page. Once that is open, you have two options available: log in or sign up for free. If you're clicking sign up for free, you can choose the option log in with Google or sign up with Google, or enter your email and password in the space provided at the bottom of the dialog box. Make sure to use your district email address when signing up. If you are logging in, clicking the option logging in, use one of the options log in with Google, or enter your email and password at the space provided at the bottom of the dialog box. If you click Login with Google, it will redirect you to a page asking you to choose your account. If the district email shows up as a choice, click and follow the instructions. If the district email is not listed, click Use Another Account and follow the directives to log in using your district email. Now that we're logged in, you can access your Padlet dashboard. If this is your first time using Padlet, it should be pretty blank. No worries. You'll be filling in those spaces in no time. There are several options when navigating Padlet's home page. Let's start with the tabs at the top left of your screen. Make a Padlet is where you can create a new Padlet. Once you click, it will take you to the page to choose a template or organization style. From there, click Select on the template of your choice. The blank Padlet will load and automatically on the right side of your screen, it will give options to modify your Padlet. We'll view the specifics of this menu once we create our Padlet. The Gallery tab opens a page of curated Padlets that you can click on and view. Join a Padlet is where you have the option to view, edit, and or write on a previously created Padlet. A dialog box pops up for you to type or paste a link to a Padlet. The Upgrade tab opens a page for you to have options to upgrade your account to Padlet Pro and lists all options available. Next is a navigation located on the left margin of your home page. Here you can see the many ways your Padlets are organized. Each tab will display the related Padlets in the center of the page. The Recent tab includes all recently viewed Padlets. The Made tab includes all recently created Padlets. Shared tab includes all Padlets that have been shared with you. The Like tab includes all Padlets that you have liked. The Archive tab includes all Padlets that you have put into archive. And the New Folder tab pops open a dialog box to name and create a folder to organize your Padlets. Lastly is the top right navigation on your Padlet dashboard. Hover over the search bar and type what topic you want to search in the space provided. It searches through Padlets that you have created and or liked. The question mark tab button pops open a menu with several options. News opens a blog page called the Padlet Gazette. Knowledge Base opens up Padlet's Help Center. Video Tutorials opens up Padlet's YouTube page with many tutorials on how to use Padlet in ways you can. Contact Us pulls up a page where you can contact Padlet with any issues or questions that you may have, and they categorize those things here, and you can type a specific issue, comment, or question there to submit. Tweet at Us opens up Padlet's Twitter page. So if you would like to see some of the things that they've posted, ask them questions through this, you can do that as well. About opens up a Padlet folder. And it tells you about what Padlet is, their policies, and more. So you see things like About Us, privacy policies, terms of service, accessibility, and more. To get directly to accessibility, you can click the tab that says accessibility, and there they will show you what current accessibilities are available on Padlet, what are things they're working on, specifically. So you see here they have some screen support for screen readers, and other things they are working on getting to if they have not been able to provide that on their site. Apps and plugins pulls up a Padlet with all the applications and plugins that are compatible with Padlet. And premium plans opens up options for school, business, and individual accounts to be created. Lastly, we have the profile icon here. It shows information about the Padlet allowance. Free accounts with Padlet do have allowance as far as how many Padlets you can create. And it also gives you the option to upgrade if you would like to create even more. If your district has an account, more than likely you will not have to worry about this here. Below that, the home button takes you to the dashboard of your account. So if you're opened up in your Padlet or someone else's and you go to that icon and click home, it takes you to your home page. Profile will take you to your profile, showing the number of followers you may have, showing the options to edit your profile, and Padlets that you've created and or like. They organize them here. Drive shows you any images or files that have been saved or uploaded as you have created Padlets. Stats previously contained the statistics with your account as far as Padlet, but it will be phased out on December 31st of 2021. Settings pulls open all options to make changes to your Padlet account. You have tab for your Basic information. It gives options to list your name, email, about you, language of choice, and a checkbox as to whether or not you are a teacher. So you can update it as you see fit. Password tab allows you to change your password. So if you want to make any changes, you just type in what your current password is and then enter your new password and update it. Communication is how you get Padlet notifications, which would be through getting them in your email or having push notifications on your laptop or any other device, even like your phone. So you can check off any of those things from any of those Padlets, and you have the choice to unsubscribe from all as well. Billing tab gives you description of the Padlet plan that you currently have. Referrals tab opens a link to copy so that you can refer them to Padlet. Also, if you've made any referrals, it will list them here. And the terms and conditions of referring others to Padlet. The developer tab opens a description of the developer documentation, which is beta. Options to create a new OAuth application and any existing applications connected with your Padlet account. The last tab is your delete account tab, which provides instructions that state that to delete your account, you must first log in again and verify your identity. Lastly, under the profile icon menu options, the logout button is located at the bottom below the profile icon menu. Use this to log out, especially when you're not using your own personal device. Now that we're more acquainted with the Padlet homepage, let's make a Padlet and create our first post. To start, click Making a Padlet, Make a Padlet, located on your homepage. Next, choose your Padlet format. And I think we're going to choose wall here. Again, modify options will pop up automatically when creating a new Padlet. Here you can edit the title by typing the title of choice. So right here where you see title, it gives you automatic one, but you can name it something else. If this is something that you want to create for ELA resources, you could say ELA reading resources. And today I cannot spell. Okay. Now you also have options to edit the description. For icon, click the open right arrow for options to pull up. Choose the icon of your choice from the available options or click Add Your Own Icon. For your own icon, or add your own icon, these options will pop up. You can change the wallpaper, background. You can change the color scheme from here to dark mode. You can change the font. And many of these other options can be changed at any time while you are working on this Padlet before you publish it. Now let's add a file or a new post. Click the plus icon at the bottom right hand corner of your Padlet, or double click anywhere on your page. So you have those two options. You can either come down here and click the plus button to add a file, or you can double click on your screen anywhere to create a new Padlet post. You can title it. So I'm going to do this one as reading strategies. Okay, from there, you can write something. This space is where we would do the annotation that I spoke of earlier. So, depending on the source that I find, I can put use this when reading, when close reading. Okay. And then I have options as far as what things I want to add to it. You click the upload icon to upload files from your computer. So if there's something on my computer that I would like to use, I would go to pick file, and I could use some of my sources that I have available here to click and help with close reading. So even if I want to just search through here and see if I have anything on close reading, I can. And of course, with my Chromebook, I can also look through my Google Drive and see if I have anything there as well. So I could use this if I wanted to as well. So if I use that, then it will show up here, and then I'm officially created my first Padlet. Now, there are other options as well. We have the link one, where if there's a particular link that you have found online, you can type or paste that here and it will show up. You can search the web, so you can search using any of these options. You can search for images, search for GIFs, you can search for YouTube videos, you can search Spotify, and you can search the web. The camera pops open a photo booth, and these three dots give you more options. Some of the same options they've already given you and more. They've kind of categorized them here, but you can upload something, you can take a picture, you can video record, audio record, screen record, you can add a location, you can create a drawing, you can put another Padlet there, a link of course, you can do an image search, a search on GIFs, a YouTube search, Spotify, and web search, which all those other options were available on that main menu. Okay? So if there's something you've already copied, you could just click this button and it would paste that there as well. Alright, so if once you confirm the post, so if I just create another one and I just kind of make some random things so that it can post. All I have to do to make sure that this is a post is click on the outside, and it automatically is now a post on my Padlet. Now, of course, I'm going to delete this one because it's not helpful, but you get the idea of how you can do that. All right. And now you have officially created your first Padlet and made your first post. Now, do you want to share it with other people? Here's how. You can click the share at the top right corner of your Padlet. It's right up here. It's got an arrow pointing to it. It says share. You have the following options when sharing. Click share at the top right corner of the Padlet to invite members of people, especially any of your colleagues or any of your classmates who do have a Padlet account. You can click add members and you can search them by their name, their username, or email here. You can set the privacy level and permissions of sharing by clicking change privacy. Right now it says that my Padlet is secret, and that visitors who are able to see this page can write on it, and I can change that privacy. I can make it private so that it keeps the Padlet hidden from the public, or even if someone manages to get to it, they should not be able to access it. This is if you want to create something that only you can access as far as keeping up with things. You can make it have a password, keep it hidden from the public. If they choose to share it, they have to have a password to access it. And this is really good with using it in the classroom and making sure you keep your students safe. Members only, it can be only seen or only logged in users can access it. Secret, where if I choose to share it with someone, they'll be able to see it, access it, but it's hidden from the public. Or if you want everybody in the world to see it, let the whole world see and put it in your profile by clicking public. Also, those who do visit your page in any way have certain permissions. You can say they can only read it, where they can't add to the post. They can't edit and approve others' posts. This is just if you want to just display some things for people to see. When you say can write, that means they can view and add posts. So if you want to create something with your students where they can add resources to that page as well, you can use this option. But they cannot edit and approve others' posts. They cannot modify and delete a Padlet. That ensures that you as a teacher can make sure that if anything it needs to be approved, is only done by you and not by your students. And if you give someone the options to edit, then they can edit and approve posts, but they still cannot modify or delete your Padlet or invite collaborators. So if we go back here, below are some share options. You can copy the link to your clipboard. Just simply you click it and the link is copied. So if you want to email it to someone, if you wanted to just paste it in a Google Doc or a slide to show to your students like, hey, this is where I want you to go, you can just use already ready for you to paste it there. For a QR code, you click here and it opens up a QR code that you can copy, save, or create by right-clicking on the image. Also, you can download if you want to share the QR code that way. Also, that really helps, like if your students do use or bring their own devices and you want them to access it that way, and you show this or display it on your screen in the classroom, students can scan the QR code and it will bring up your Padlet. If you want to embed it into a class website or blog, this is the option to do that. Embed on your blog or website, you can embed codes fully, like embedding on a WordPress blog or a preview card that shows the title, owner, and up to 3 images of the Padlet. So it may give you all of the Padlet and may show you, a preview of it here. Go back to my share options. Email. Clicking here goes to the email app on your computer. Mine is Gmail, with a link to your Padlet. So if you didn't want to copy it but you knew you want to email it, it's going to directly send you right there. To go ahead and do that. And then go back here, and other options include sharing on Facebook or Twitter. Clicking Facebook or Twitter will open those apps and creates a draft of a post if you are already logged into those accounts on your computer. Also, one of my favorite options, share on Google Classroom. Clicking here opens up the login for Google Classroom, and they'll give you the prompts to follow and choose the class you would like to post your Padlet to. Also, you can export your Padlet. Save as image saves the Padlet as a PNG file. Save as PDF saves it as a PDF file. Save as CSV saves it as a CSV file. Save as Excel spreadsheet saves the Padlet as an Excel spreadsheet, and clicking print will pop up your computer's print options. So you have the options to do that. And that is just about all with Padlet as an introduction. I hope you got a great grasp of this wonderful web tool, and I hope to see what you curated in your Padlets. Share them with me by searching my name in the Share tab.